Welcome back, everybody, to the NBA 2K23 MyNBA Expansion series with the Vancouver Woodsmen. And today we might have a bit longer episode than we usually do because I want to address a couple of things before we get started. So first, I have read all of the comments from the last video, and a lot of people want me to trade for D'Angelo Russell, which I completely get, and he's currently not starting for the Clippers. He's coming off the bench at 82 overall. The problem with that right now, at least, is that I can't trade for him because he was only recently signed, and there's a time limit between when you get signed and when you can actually be traded. So right now, we have to wait 23 days to make an offer, and I do agree that adding him would really help the offense and the team as a whole. I do agree with that. But I also do plan to probably sim at least 23 days because I want to watch this game against the Hawks on the road, and this would get us beyond that 23-day mark. Right now, we are using a balanced system, and this matches our coach's system, but we're only 2.5 stars, and the system efficiency or proficiency does matter in terms of how your team plays. Right now, we have 2.5 stars, so we're just average, which is why our record is average. If we had a better system or just more guys that fit our system and got up to maybe 3 stars, we would improve as a team. And so I realized that there is a current free agent available, and it's Klay Thompson, who would be a 4-star match to our balanced system. But if I were to switch to a different system, I would probably go to perimeter centric, and he is a 3.5-star guy there as well. Now, we all know who Klay Thompson is. We know that he's a guy that can knock down threes with ease. But one difference between him and Kennard is that Klay Thompson has a lot of shooting badges. He is 34 years old, but along with a 3-point scoring, a mid-range, and a defense outside, so just a lot of positives on both sides, he's got 14 shooting badges, 8 defensive badges. I think he's a big upgrade over Kennard despite being similar overall. And his pedigree also just makes a lot of sense to bring him on. And if I can make him viewable in our lineup right now, which I can, I could swap him into this spot. And when he becomes our shooting guard, our stars go up to 3 instead of 2.5. Now, people also wanted me to trade Luke Kennard because he's obviously not been playing super well. He is 28 years old and on a pretty cheap contract. But because of his play this season, I'm not sure that any team realistically would trade for a guy that's shooting less than 30% from downtown. I really don't think that's the case. So, with our full roster essentially, I think I'm just going to cut him and I'm going to sign Klay Thompson. So we cut Kennard. We also have plenty of cap space to make this signing. He wants around $13 million, Klay Thompson does. I'm going to lower this a bit, and we'll see what like $12 million gets us. And he takes the deal. Klay Thompson has joined our team, and I'm going to put him right into our starting lineup. So the CPU has already kind of swapped a couple of players around here because of the cut and the signing. So I'm going to have to readjust this, but I'm going to keep Anderson at small forward because I think that he's been playing as well there as he was at shooting guard, so there's not really a big difference there. I'm going to take out Bruce Brown. I'm going to put in Klay Thompson. And we're going to put Rivers back into the starting lineup, even though Smith, has been playing very well off the bench. We'll give him some minutes down there. We'll keep Dosunmu at around 24, 25 minutes off the bench. We'll up Klay Thompson to around 28 minutes to start the year, at least for him. And for other guys, we'll keep Azette obviously coming off the bench. We'll give him around 18 or so minutes. And then we'll make Bruce Brown here. And for those who want Jay Crowder to start, I see where you're coming from. But if you look at his grades right now, he's got B- 3-point scoring. He is a good defender, but B- 3-point scoring. And he's only got 4 badges, only one of which is shooting. So I don't know if that is a great idea. I still think that Bruce Brown is probably, in the end, going to shoot better. And he has like no shooting badges, but I still think that he's better. He's got a 3-point scoring. Defense is pretty much the same. So I'm comfortable playing Bruce Brown. Okay, so now we have Tyus Jones, Klay Thompson, Simon Anderson, Horace Rivers, and Miles Turner. Off the bench, Dosunmu, Jalen Smith, Omer Izet, and Bruce Brown. I'm going to keep everything else as it was. I'm not going to make any adjustments here or to our playbook. I think I want to see where we're at with our current playbook and the addition of Klay Thompson. And we're going to stick with the balanced system right now. But that could change depending on what happens with the potential signing or trading for D'Lo. One more thing to add about all of this is that I think that we have found the key offensive focal point for this team, and that is the rookie shooting guard or small forward Simon Anderson. I think that he has really gone above what I ever thought he would do in his rookie year. I did not expect 20 points per game while also shooting the ball very, very well. I think he is a great player to have on this team, and we finally have a guy that we can look to for some offense. And despite Klay Thompson being probably just like a half-year loan for us for the rest of the season, I think he is a big upgrade for this team, at least for this year. And this could give us a lot of insight into what we need moving forward in the years beyond this one. We also have 2 first-round picks this year. We have 2 first-round picks in the 2028 draft. So we have a lot of draft capital that we could use to trade for somebody. But I do want to reiterate that I'm not going to be making any huge trades. Now, D'Lo, that's fine because he's not like a fantastic player or anything, but I'm not going to be making huge trades for the first overall pick or a top 3 pick. I'm not going to be trading for some elite star player. I'm trying to build this in-house and with a couple of just solid free agent signings. That's all I'm trying to do here. And if that takes us a couple of years overall, that's how it is. So all of that being said, we have finally gotten to the point where we can actually move forward, and I'm going to sim through the 24th of January, which is probably going to be about 11-ish games. So we're currently 17-18. We are 7 games back from the 1 seed Jazz, and we're gonna play the Hawks, who are the same record as us right now, despite having a far better roster. So let's see how we do these next couple of weeks. You've got to be kidding me. No, man, no. Klay Thompson, after only 3 games with the team, has a severe right ankle sprain, 8 to 10 weeks. You've got to be joking. Was all of that talk I just gave for nothing? How was he playing? Also, these are all down because he's hurt, so that's not accurate. But how was he playing in these games that he's played with us so far? Game 1, he had 13 points. Game 2, 22. And Game 3, before he got hurt, he had 15 points in 16 minutes. He was shooting very, very well. And now he's done for like 2-ish months. Unreal. So now who do we look to start? I think I'm willing to give Izet a shot as the starting shooting guard for the time being. I think this also potentially opens the door for Jay Crowder to come back into our lineup. I think he's probably our best option right now. And yeah, that sucks, man. I was looking forward to watching Klay Thompson today, but you know, he might come back, but I don't think he will. And yeah, that hurts, but Izet back in the starting lineup. We bring Jay Crowder off of the reserves, and we're back pretty much where we were before. And before our last simmed game, Cedi Osman is back, which is good news for the offense for sure, because I really liked what he gave to us when he was playing. So I'm going to put him back in place of Jay Crowder, to be honest. And probably up his minutes too. So we'll bring him back in. Klay Thompson's still out, but he has gotten a bit better since he got hurt. But I'll probably give him more minutes than Bruce Brown and Jalen Smith. So, we have simmed 11 games. And in those 3 games that Klay Thompson played in, we were 2-1. After that, we won 2 of our next 7 or 6 games. So clearly there was some kind of impact that he was making, and it was a good one. And now we went on a huge loss streak after he got hurt. We won 2 out of our last 3. We lost a couple of close games here against the Timberwolves, the Mavericks, the Trailblazers, and the Pelicans, all games which we probably would have won if Klay Thompson would have played. But with his injury out, and with Tyus Jones probably not playing, super well or super great, is there a chance that we trade him for D'Angelo Russell? There might be. Apparently Tyus Jones is on fire, but I do think that D'Lo is probably a better fit in a starting point guard role for us. I think that does exist, and he has a lot more badges than Tyus Jones does. He's a better playmaker and a better shooter. I think there is a chance that maybe right now we have to make that move. Before I do that though, let's check these box scores and see what happened. So first, we took down a really good Pacers team at home by a pretty good margin of 15 or 17 or whatever points. Jalen Smith, 20 and 11 against his former team. Anderson, 18 points on good shooting. Miles Turner, a double-double. Klay Thompson, 13 points on only 1 missed shot. Lots of guys getting involved here on the offense. We hold the Pacers to 94 points. Halliburton had 19. Duarte had 16. Mathurin had 16, but nobody was really great for them today. Then we took down OKC, who were also above 500. Josh Giddey, 22, 7 and 6. Chet Holmgren, 16 and 12. Pretty much everybody for them except for Poku scoring in double figures. The Woodsmen had 27, 6 and 6. For Simon Anderson, a great day for him at small forward. Klay Thompson, 22 points. Rivers, 21. Azette, 14. Pirtle, 11. But then we lost to a very bad Brooklyn Nets team. They're 14 and 30 as of right now. We lost by 10, got outscored by 10 in that fourth quarter. Ben Simmons, 24, 7 and 7. That would never happen in real life these days. Kevin Durant, 18 points. The Woodsmen had 21 and 11 for Jalen Smith. 15 for Klay Thompson before he got hurt. 15 for Azette, 12 for Rivers, and a double-double for Turner. But Anderson just 1 for 7 in this game. Then we lost by 3 in an absolute barn burner that went into overtime. 152 to 149 was the final score. Anderson drops 31 in his bounce back game. Tyus Jones 25, Rivers 23, Jalen Smith 21. A couple of good games by Smith here. Dosunmu 17 points. The Timberwolves had 43 and 10 from Towns. Are you serious? And Terry Perry 27 points as well. Then another close loss, this time by 1 against Dallas at home. Anderson 26 points, another great day. 15 for Azette, a double-double for Turner, but nobody else really played all that well for us. Luka Doncic 29, 13 and 7. Tim Hardaway 21. Jalen Duren a double-double. And then our losses continue. We lost to the 16 and 30 Milwaukee Bucks. We got absolutely blown out of the gym here at home. 16 for Jalen Smith. Just very solid play from him offensively. 11 for Dosunmu, 10 for Rivers. The Bucks got 33 and 10 for Giannis, 20 from Beauchamp, a double-double for Bobby Portis. Then we lost again to the Clippers by 13 points. Dosunmu 17 points, 14 for Smith, 12 for Rivers. Turner a double-double. Anderson just 3 for 10 shooting. The Clippers had 19 for Ant, 18 for D'Lo, 16 for Dame, 13 for Hield. Then we lost by 5 against the Trailblazers on the road. 20 for Anthony Simons, 20 for Paul George. A lot of guys scoring here for Portland. The Woodsmen got 42 from Simon Anderson. This dude is insane, man. 16 for 26 shooting, albeit it was a loss, but that is his best game of his career. No doubt about it. 42 points, a career high. Rivers dropped 16 points. Miles Turner 14, Dosunmu 13, and we lost. But I love seeing that by Simon Anderson, man. We finally get a win that snaps our losing streak. This time it comes against Philadelphia, and Anderson drops 31 points in 33 minutes. Omer is at 21 points. Has not been too impressive in his starting role, but I was not expecting him to be a great shooter at this point in his career. I think his jump from this year to next year is really going to increase his offensive productivity, because right now he's got like B- shooting like across the board. I think that gets a lot better between this year and next year. So that's another thing to recognize. Also, Anderson only has, I think, 3 badges right now. I think next year he's going to have a lot more for shooting. I've been training him a couple of badges for that, and also I changed his skill training focus to be very heavy on the offensive side. But back to our box score, 15 points for Rivers, 6 for 7 from the field. Jalen Smith, 14 points. He's been just a really crucial piece of the offense coming off of the bench. The Sixers got 25 for Harden and 21 for Embiid. Then we lost to Brandon Ingram and the Pelicans. He drops 35 and 9. Zion drops 20. The Woodsmen got 18 for Tyus Jones, 17 for Anderson and Rivers. But nobody was too great on the offense for us. This game we lost by 4 on the road. But then we are coming off of a big win at home by 2 against a really good Magic team. They're currently 30 and 16, and Anderson drops 21. Smith drops 16, Tyus Jones 14. The Magic got 19 from Paolo, 16 for Wagner, but we come out on top. Both teams not shooting too well here, but we hold them below 100 points, and we get the win, which is a pretty big thing here. So we're 21 and 25 as of right now. Team chemistry at 94%, fan interest 100%, which is nice to see. And I'm not ready to give up on this year. I really am not. I think that once Klay Thompson comes back, it's going to really be a big help to the offense, because all we need Klay Thompson to be able to do is to sit on the outside and just hit open threes. That's all we need from him, and he'll get those open looks once he comes back. Now, do we upgrade at point guard? Let's see what the Clippers want for D'Lo real quick. So right now, the best offer that I think that I would most likely take from the Clippers is D'Lo and Zubats for Dosunmu and Lamar Stevens. They also want Horace Rivers or Rich Smalls together in a package. I don't want to do that. They want Miles Turner and Jay Crowder. I don't want to do that. That would be with Norman Powell being traded to us as well. Or Bruce Brown and Dosunmu. I don't think I like that. Or Anderson and Stevens, which I definitely don't like that. So I think our best bet here is to try and see if we can swap Jones with Dosunmu, maybe add a pick or 2 and see if they take that instead. So let's start negotiations here. And I'm going to take out Dosunmu, and I'm going to include Tyus Jones. Let's see if they would take this instead. I don't think they will. They won't. Okay, so what if we add maybe one of our future first-round picks? I don't know if we would need the Pelicans pick, because I guarantee you that in 2028, the Pelicans are going to be a really good team. It's probably going to be a late first-round pick that year, and it will probably be much improved by that point as well. I think we attach this, but we also try to protect it. So let's choose this. If I can protect it, I'll try to. All right, so I figured out that I cannot protect a pick more than 2 years in the future. So instead, I'm going to include our 2027 pick with a top 10 protection. And we'll see if this gets the job done. But also trading for Zubats. We also have Jakob Poeltl and Turner. I don't want to play 3 centers, so there is a chance that I might include Poeltl instead of Stevens here. But so they declined that first trade offer. I'm going to try and do this instead. So Tyus Jones, our 2027 first round pick with a top 10 protection, Lamar Stevens, and a second round pick in like 5 seasons. Let's see if they take this one. And they say no. All right, what if we offer Tyus Jones, Lamar Stevens, and a 2026 first round pick, so next year's draft that is lottery protected? Do they take this? They say no. They really want Ayo Dosunmu. All right. They have denied a lot of deals so far. I'm trying to get this done because I do want to see this happen. because I do believe that we can make this season into something. We still have about half of the year left. I'm going to make this a lottery protected pick. So we still have it this year. If we end up not being better, we still have the Kings pick. And do they take this? And they say no. All right, I think I'm okay making this offer because I'm going to trade Pirtle probably right after this. Lamar Stevens, Tyus Jones, our 2026 first-round pick, lottery protection, and our 2028 first-round pick owned by the Pelicans. Well, now owned by us, but it's theirs. Unprotected for D'Lo and Zubats. And then I'll trade Pirtle. What do they say? We have got the deal done finally after so many negotiations. We have D'Lo and we have Zubats. And hopefully we have a much better team ahead of us. So now, what can we get for Pirtle? What can we get? The Bucks are offering Seth Curry and a first-round pick, protection in a couple of seasons. There's Conchar and Willis. I'm just going to flip through here and see if I can find a good offer. I'm probably just going to look for like a draft pick. If the only one is for the Seth Curry plus the first, I might just cut Curry after trading for that. Because I don't feel like we need to add any more players to this team, really. Especially guards. I don't think we need any more guards on this team. So if a player is attached, I'm probably going to end up just cutting them. And I think that there are like some not bad offers here for players, but again, I think this is our best option here. And then I'll just cut Seth Curry right afterwards. Or just leave him on the team, but either way, he won't play. So we'll take this deal, and we get a first-round pick back. All right, so if I cut Seth Curry, what do we lose? Pretty much nothing. It'll still count to us if nobody else signs him, which they probably won't. But I'm comfortable doing that. And now we have a pretty decent squad. A better squad than we have before this moment. So now our lineup is D'Lo, Azette, Anderson, Rivers, Miles Turner, Dosunmu off the bench with Jalen Smith, Cedi Osman, Zubats, and Bruce Brown. And Klay Thompson still returning from his injury, not yet ready to come back yet, but when he does, he'll be becoming the starting guard once again at shooting guard, and I think then we have a really solid squad for us. So, we just made 2 trades, and it's time for us to see what this team can bring against the 23 and now 22 Hawks. Here's what their roster looks like. They've got Trae Young, Lonzo Ball, John Collins, Monte Morris, DeAndre Hunter, and more. They have a pretty solid team, and I hope that we can take them down today, because we have not watched our team win this year. Vancouver will start D'Angelo Russell, Omer Azette, Simon Anderson, Horace Rivers, and Miles Turner. The Hawks will start Trae Young, Lonzo Ball, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and Kelly Olynyk. This is probably a tough matchup for this roster without Klay Thompson, but I want to see what we look like on the court. So let's go. Here we go in Atlanta at State Farm Arena. Miles Turner wins the tip. It took me about 45 minutes to record all that builds up to this game. Let's see what we can do here. D'Angelo Russell, his first shot as a Woodsman is off the mark. Trae Young off the screen. Out of a shot finds Collins, and he lays that one in to open the scoring here at the State Farm Arena. D'Angelo Russell with the ball finds Azette. Wide open 3 for him. It's off. Again, I don't expect him to be knocking down threes often because he still has work to do to get there, but I think eventually he will get to that point next year or the year after that. But John Collins off to a good start. Miles Turner with the ball, hands off to D'Lo. He'll fire again, and this one's good. His first points with this new Vancouver team. Trae Young will fly it by him on the other end and lay it in. Atlanta, a hot start offensively. They've scored on all 3 possessions so far. D'Lo with it against Trae Young. He spins, gets inside. Collins comes. D'Lo gets it back, finds Azette for a 3, and that one's in. There we go. Trae Young drives again, and he's fouled this time by Russell. So I got to look out for Trae Young trying to attack D'Lo on the offensive end. The first free throw is up and good for Trae Young, and Atlanta already has 8 points. Russell to Azette. He'll fire again, getting a lot of open looks here, and that one's off. Trae Young with it, working on D'Lo again. Steps back, fires a 3 on the move, and it's the first miss for the Hawks. Russell feeds Azette down low. He'll fire and score again. He's got 5. Hand off to Hunter. Trying to get by Anderson. He goes back to Collins, now back to Trae Young, now to Lonzo Ball for a 3. That one is off. And a chance for Vancouver to potentially take their first lead. Rivers fires a 3, and it's good in the face of John Collins. Okay, this is probably your best start to a game besides the Cavaliers game. It's 10-8. Some solid scoring so far. I like what I'm seeing. Trae Young off the screen from Collins. Goes back to him, and he scores again. Anderson attacks, scores through the contact, and got the foul as well. That's the first on Hunter. Love seeing that just sheer aggressiveness and physicality from Anderson, who's a really big guy. Got to use more of that strength as his career goes on, but 13-10. The offense already looks a lot better. Trae Young off the screen will fire the mid-range jumper, and it's good. Turner lobs it for Azette, but Trae Young is there for the steal. I don't like that pass at all. That was a really bad idea. Lonzo working on D'Lo, gets the screen, will fire. No, he goes to Collins, and Turner is there to grab that steal as Collins could not hang on to the pass. D'Lo steps back, fires a 3. It hits back iron, though. Now Lonzo on the other end is fouled by Turner. And that's his first. If worst comes to worst, I'm probably going to have to end up assigning Turner to guard John Collins instead, because Olynyk is not a threat whatsoever. So potentially having our better defensive big man on Collins could be beneficial for our defense. Turner to Rivers. Open jumper in the mid-range. He knocks it down. Trae Young with it. Trying to find Collins. Azette tips it. Turner gets the steal. Good job. Anderson for a 3. That one rattles out. Now Hunter on the other end with it. He'll lob it to Collins, but it just sails over his head. Azette off the Turner screen fires and hits the mid-range jumper. Azette 7 points. DeAndre Hunter lost the ball. Azette almost got it back, and now a jump ball is forced between him and Lonzo. Azette is, I think, the taller guy. Actually, maybe it's Lonzo. They're a pretty similar size, but guess who won it? Omer Azette. He steps back and fires. It's off this time. 5 on the clock for the Hawks. Young has it. D'Lo, good defense so far, but Young slips by him and knocks the shot down. D'Lo drives and scores. Good take. So we have jumped ahead with about 7:42 to go here in this first half. The Hawks have the ball down by 10 as we get a steal. D'Lo all by himself in transition. The dunk is through. A 12-point lead for Vancouver. I have gone ahead and switched Turner to guard Collins and put Rivers on Olynyk instead. And there was just a different feel in that first quarter. The offense just flowed a lot better. We felt really nice. Defense was not terrible as Olynyk gets that board over Rivers and stuffs it back in. But we had 36 first quarter points at the end of it. And already probably one of our better first halves that we have watched. Actually, no, probably the best first half that we have watched, at least offensively, by this Vancouver team. Trae Young with it. Inside. Over D-Lo. It's good. Russell. ISO against Trae Young. He wants to drive on him. The layup is no good, but a foul is called, the first on Trae Young. So these 2 point guards going back and forth. As the first free throw is good. And he knocks down both. Trae Young, by the way, has got 15 points and has missed, I think, 1 or 2 shots total. And now Hunter lost the ball. He gets it back, finds Lonzo for a 3, and it's good. Really, I hate those loose balls that turn into points for the other team. Azette, wide open 3. A bit too much on it. Oh, the fadeaway shot by Hunter. Not the best shot for the Hawks, and it's no good. Azette, another chance in the corner. It's off. I think I might switch him and Anderson because he's getting a lot of looks here, and I want the better shooter to get those looks as well, so I'm going to try and make that adjustment if I can. I might not be able to, though, but I'll try. As a charge is called on Trae Young. Miles Turner draws it. Great work. I have tried to make that switch to put Azette at small forward instead. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see what happens. As he now has the ball. A couple of screens for him. He'll spin. He'll fire a 3. And this time it's good from downtown. Screen from Dean Wade. Young, the 3. It's off the mark. Russell to Azette. He finds Turner on the cut. He goes back to him. He'll fire, and it's no good. A good defense by the Hawks that time. Young lobs it. Turner is there, tipped that ball out. Trying to find John Collins. Anderson to Russell. He'll try and get by Lonzo. Goes back to Anderson for a 3. It's good. That's what I'm talking about. A 13-point lead for the Woodsmen. Under 4 to play. And already 56 points for Vancouver. Lonzo ball. Inside. Goes back to Collins. Mismatch against Azette. He'll take advantage. And he gets the foul plus the bucket. The Woodsmen have 7 steals. 16 points off of them. But Collins can put it back to a 10-point game, which he does. Russell with it. Will fire the open mid-range jumper, but offline. Young with it. Steps back, fires over Russell. It's good. A really great first half by Trae Young. 17 points and still more to come, most likely. Screen from Rivers. Russell takes it. He fires, and it's good. Trae Young gets the block. I thought it was a charge, but instead it's a block, and the shot counts too. As Dosunmu checks in. And Trae Young cuts this game down to 7. Rivers with it. Shakes off. Collins fires and draws the foul. That's the 5th on the Hawks in this quarter. And that puts the second-year power forward at the charity stripe. First free throw is off. Rivers goes 1 for 2. Trae Young off the screen from Collins. Steps back. Thought about it. He finds Collins below the rim because Turner switched to him. And he was wide open. Azette, an open 3. Not this time. Now a wide open 3 for Lonzo in the corner. It's good. They cut our lead down to 3. With 2 minutes to go until halftime. Azette, another open shot. I would love our better shooters to get those looks as Anderson deflects the pass. But of course the Hawks get it back and they're going to make it some points off of it, of course. Every time. There's the upcoming schedule for us, but Lonzo is probably going to hit both free throws and make it a 1-point game. He does knock down both. 59-58. Anderson back to shooting guard, I think. Bruce Brown comes in at small forward. Smith back in as the center as we throw the ball away to Sunmu. Carrying on from last game or the game before that where he threw the ball away like 8 times. Now a chance for the Hawks to get their first lead since the first quarter. Singleton hop steps and can't score. And we get the board, but a jump ball is forced between Brown and Singleton. And Brown is the shorter player. But can he win this jump ball? The answer is no. AJ Griffin, really tough shot over Smith. He draws another foul, the 7th on Vancouver. The first free throw drops, and one more could give them the lead back, which he does. As Chetty Osman checks in, Zubats finally in at center. Chetty Osman, open mid-range shot. It rattles out. Screen from Wade. Trae Young takes it, fires the 3. It's good. The Hawks offense has gone ballistic these last 6 minutes or so. Osman with the ball. Gets inside on Trae Young and scores. Not Trae Young, that's Maxi Strus, but still a good bucket. No more shot clock left. 2-point game and a high-scoring affair. Trae Young, the step back 3. It's off, and a chance for us to potentially tie this game or take the lead prior to halftime. But we throw the ball away. Trae Young scores on the other end. Come on to Sunmu. And we're down to 65-61 at the half. The defense has to be better. Trae Young is cooking us. Start of the third quarter. Trae Young has 25 points. In fact, I should probably try and change our defensive settings to try and play screens better against him because that's a lot of points for one guy in one half. So we're going to try to avoid that as Olynyk off the feed takes a bad shot, rattles out, and Rivers pulls down the board. Rivers feeds Turner against John Collins. He gets down low but misses the layup. Lonzo with it. Takes a screen from Olynyk. Goes back to him. Open for a 3. It's good. Russell wants to attack Trae Young. He gets down low and scores. He's got 16. All right, I'm going to switch Azette onto Trae Young just because Russell is a worse matchup overall-wise. In terms of that, I also want to see if I can change the on-ball screens and the hedges against him because that might be better for us to just guard those 3s off the screens. All right, I'm going to try going over on all the screens against Trae Young and hard hedge all of them just to give us some time to avoid those open 3s off the screens. DeAndre Hunter with the ball, finds Collins. He just slips by Turner. 7-point game. Russell gets by Trae Young and missed the shot. How do you miss that? Trae Young, floater's blocked. He gets it back, of course. He lobs it, and Collins completely obliterates Miles Turner. Oh my God. Anderson, don't love that shot, and it's an air ball, I think. Collins with the ball against Miles Turner. Trying to attack him. It's blocked out of bounds. 7 seconds on the shot clock for Atlanta. Olynyk throws it right to Miles Turner. Fast break for Azette. He will go back to Turner. He has his shot either blocked or just missed it completely. Come on, man. And now Lonzo draws the foul on the other end. Oh, man. We're still getting called for so many fouls. Lonzo's got 16 points. Our guards are having some issues playing defense today. We're down by 11. Turner to Russell. He scores inside. Collins gets by Turner again. Can our defense step up, please? A play for Anderson. Wide open mid-range jumper, but it's off. I would have loved an open three instead because he's just much better at those. Monte Morris, a really tough shot. It goes. Are you kidding me? They've shot 66%. What? Anderson fires again, but I don't like his mid-range shots. They're just not very efficient for him. And they've got 11 more boards than we do. Morris off the screen. Goes back to Collins. Man, 15-point game. We can't stop them right now. 5 on the clock. Zet with it. Takes the screen. Fires the three. It's off the mark. The offense has come out slow here to start the second half. The defense has been as bad as they were at the end of the first half. And it's not looking good for Vancouver as of right now. DeAndre Hunter finds Collins again. He's got 24 points, 11 for 13. Turner, wide open three. It rattles out. Dosunmu now in the game, gets it back. It misses the putback. I'm going to lose my mind. Lonzo to Collins, over Turner. How does that go in? Russell off the screen for Rivers, goes back to him. He has a wide open dunk. Hunter back out to Collins. A wide open three. Oh my God, this guy has not missed a single shot that we have seen. 15 third quarter points after I tried to get better at that as Russell fires and misses. Lonzo back to Collins. He's blocked finally. Russell to Dosunmu. He pump fakes and gets an open look right at the rim. Ball back to Hunter. Wide open three. He missed it, thank Christ. Russell to Dosunmu for a three. It's good. Nice shot. Lonzo drives and he gets the foul call. Really? I just want a couple of defensive stops in a row with a couple of offensive buckets, make it like a 10-point game before the fourth quarter, but we're not going to get that as Lonzo knocks down both. Our backups are now in, and we're going to sim now to the fourth quarter and see where things lie with about 8 or so minutes to go. As Cedi Osman has an open three, and it's good. Well, 6:15 to play, and things have just gone downhill since that first quarter. We had a really solid opening quarter. We led by 15 points, but they have outscored us by a lot in each of the quarters since that point, including this one, as we are now down by 22 points. A really bad loss, it seems like, coming up. Anderson, wide open three. It's off the mark. Our defense has been very, very bad. And we have not given Anderson a lot of looks from downtown, which is unfortunate. I might have to move him back to shooting guard. As Lonzo finds AJ Griffin. Now screen from Collins. He'll go back to him. Now to Monte Morris. He'll go back to Collins, and he will miss the shot. What? Where's the charge? What is that? Russell ISO against Morris. Takes him down low, fires and scores. He's played very well. But, you know, Trae Young hasn't scored since halftime, but things have gotten worse since we started to guard him better. AJ Griffin with it. Trying to lob it, and it sails right to the hands of Russell. Soon move to Russell. Wide open three. It drops. John Collins with it, attacking the paint, and he completely destroys Rivers. Time cutting down. Zet with it. The open floater. Nice move. But this game's a wash. They have destroyed this defense. 58% shooting. Lonzo just blows by Turner, who was trying to go back to Collins, I think. But Lonzo's got 26. Trae Young had 25 in the first half. None since then. John Collins probably has above 30 at this point. So, yeah. As D'Lo misses that layup, even though I probably should have made that one. Well, folks, the Hawks have run us out of the building. A final score of 129 to 102. First quarter was our best that we have watched this year. But after that, the Hawks just controlled the entire game on both ends of the court. We fall to 21-26 after a brutal loss to the Hawks. They outscored us 44-25 in the second, 26-21 in the third, and 38-20 in the fourth to win by 27. John Collins drops 37 points and 9 boards. Did not figure out how to stop him. The pick and roll was working to perfection. Lonzo Ball, 26, 7, and 10. Trae Young had all his points come in the first half. We locked him down in the second half, but that just allowed more, I guess, chances for Ball and Collins to show what they got. So that was unfortunate. The Woodsmen had a good debut from Russell, I thought, 23 and 10. He was pretty solid. Azette, 15 points, although not very good from beyond the arc. Chetty Osman, 11. Dosunmu, 10 points, but also 4 turnovers, the most on the team. Anderson, just not having a good day. If he had the looks that Azette had for most of that game, then I think that he knocks a bulk of those down. So might have to move him back to shooting guard and put Azette at small forward until Klay Thompson comes back. In fact, I'll do that right now. But, man, I thought I would have seen better from us today. But Azette is not a great defender. I gotta be honest there. And what was up with Miles Turner guarding John Collins? Seems like putting him on him did not work that well. And D'Lo, while not like a great defender, at least is like not terrible. He's got B defense on the outside. I think once we get Klay Thompson back, I think that will be a lot better there on defense, because Anderson is also a pretty bad defender. So relying on our guards to get defense or just get stops right now is probably not going to be a great idea. I'll sim us to the 27th here, or through it, and see if Thompson is back, but I don't think he will be by that point. Oh, no, never mind, he is. So, all right, we're going to bring Klay Thompson back in. I guess we'll put Anderson back to small forward. I think we can get some really good shots up for Klay Thompson in the shooting guard role. We'll put Azette in for, let's say, for Bruce Brown. And we'll give him around like 18 minutes off the bench or something. So yeah, we got Klay Thompson back, and next episode we're going to be at full strength. So that will be a positive for us. Going to be at full strength to take on our next opponent, probably going to be the Knicks or somebody, not sure yet, but yeah. Right here is where I will leave you guys. At 21-26, I think we still, when Klay Thompson comes back, I think we really do have a chance to go above 500, maybe like 5 or 10 games above by the end of the year. I really think that is a true possibility. But we have been a really bad team on the road. We've been decent at home. But I think with this team now at full health, I think we can be a really solid roster for like a low seed in the playoffs, hopefully. So we'll see how we do, how we get to that point. But right now, we're 5 games below 500. And we'll stop here for now. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on what we did this episode. And I'll see you guys next time out. So take care and go Woodsmen.